I'm taking deep breaths because I'm trying to calm down. Because I'm upset, Lofa. I'm upset.
Upset?
I have sent out the fantasy football email to the whole league. I've gotten responses back from pretty much everyone that says they're good to go. They're ready to play this year. They're excited for the season. Can't wait, Commish. Guess who I haven't got an email back from yet? Take a wild guess.
Producer Katie, who won it last year.
No, how dare you? I got an email back from producer Katie.
Oh, okay.
No, he wears backwards baseball hats, white, long sleeve shirts.
What kind of shirts?
Zone in.
Okay, there we go. Okay, now getting warm.
Yeah.
I thought that was spam, bro.
Bro, what? Are you kidding me? It came from my email address. I'm not spamming you.
I don't know, man.
You
send me some interesting links. I'll say that much.
forward, RE.
Yeah, forever.
Come on, dude. Are you coming back to rep the middle of the road again?
Hold up. I made the playoffs. Did you even make the playoffs?
No, I didn't make the playoffs.
Okay, so
that's true.
There's that.
I did.
Yeah, I'm back, man. I'm in.
Zeke Elliott pulled onto the ball last year, okay? He didn't score very many touchdowns. It was not my fault. It was Zeke's fault. I'm blaming the players.
It's your fault for having him in there. I mean, I can't blame the player. Blame the coach. You started him. But yes, I'm back. I'm ready. Right. This is my formal email in reply. So tell Bo, tell Katie, tell everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Both teams coming for the title.
Better alert the league. He's coming back, everybody. All right. Sounds good. Ready to do the actual Seahawks show now?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's do it. Hit the theme song.
Throw down the middle. What a catch. It's intercepted by Lofa to Tupu. Holy catfish. Hey, that's great football now.
It's going to work now. Let's keep playing.
Who's got my back? I got your back.
That's Lofa. The player. Trouble playing. Thunder. On one. Ready. Three.
Russell looking.
Go hard.
Russell scrambling.
Go hard.
Pump faking.
Go hard.
Still looking. Now he spins out.
We got a fly, baby. 40 down the far sideline. He's still moving. He's going to go. Yes. 20, 10. They do it again. Touchdown. Touchdown. Seahawks.
It's the Seahawks podcast on the Bleav Sports Network and on Brinks TV, Brinks.tv. Thanks everyone for watching and listening and subscribing and reviewing and doing everything that you guys do out there. We love you for that. I'm joined as always by Seahawks All-Pro Lofa Tatupu. What's up, buddy?
What's happening, my man?
If you guys got emails that you want to send to the show, you guys can do that, seahawkspod@gmail.com. Also, hit us up on any social medias. It's at Bleav In Seahawks, BLEAV in Seahawks. Right off the bat, word from one of our sponsors, everybody, our loyal sponsor. They've pretty much been here the entire time because you guys are there for them. It's betonline.ag. Early Super Bowl odds are out there. You can lay some wagers down. Also, they got a 24/7 online casino that never closes. betonline.ag is the place to be for all online wagering. Lofa, the promo code is
Bleav, spelled BLEAV.
Yep, you get a 50% welcome bonus when you sign up using our promo code at betonline.ag. Lofa Tatupu, the Seahawks played their second preseason game. In the rundown that I sent to everybody, it still says first preseason game with the Raiders. I forgot to change that, but it's a good thing I work with a bunch of smart people. So thanks for ignoring that, everyone. They played their second preseason game. It was with the Denver Broncos, another former AFC West rival for the Seahawks. It was another preseason game. It was another preseason game. Thoughts on game 2, Lofa? Did we learn anything at all about our Seahawks?
Nah. It's preseason, bro.
A big steaming cup of meh.
I mean, they had their start. I was actually pleasantly surprised at the 14-0 after the first half, considering we had no starters out there, almost no starters. They had all their starters out there. And we turned the ball over a couple times, right? I think we had 2 in the first half. by Magoo, and we still only down 2 scores. I mean, if Russ and Bobby and them are in there, it's a whole different ballgame. So not worried at all. Don't hit the panic button, Brett. Do not do it.
I almost feel like we should be sitting here doing a Denver Broncos podcast instead, though, because it'd be easier to like scout their team since they're playing guys that are going to play. I mean, right? Like, I feel like almost for fantasy reasons, we could be talking about Teddy Bridgewater because he looked good, right?
I tell you what, yeah, he did. But I tell you, okay, so if we're going to talk like that, then if we're going fantasy, I might be stashing DeeJay Dallas on my bench,
That's true. That's true. Way to bring it back to the Seahawks because this is a Seahawks podcast after all. So, but my question for you though, before we get to DJ and more into the game from a Seahawks perspective, my first question right off the bat is in line with kind of what I'm joking about, which is, are the starters getting enough playing time in the preseason? Will they get enough playing time with only a little bit? You got to figure they're not going to play that much in this final tune-up before the regular season, right? So after this is all said and done, man, are they getting enough playing time? Or is Pete doing this right?
Not so much for the defense am I concerned. We finished on a high note. That last half of the season was amazing. Made great adjustments, with the acquisition of Dunlap and with Jamal coming back, defense took off. Mm-hmm. So over there, I'm really only looking at who is going to be that number 2 corner and where the hell is Demarius Randall? Because I've been talking about him for 2 years now. I'm not even sure he's on our team. Is he on our team? Because that guy should be out there starting at corner at one of those corner spots opposite DJ Reed. So defense, I'm not worried. Offense, not worried, right? But I am wondering if we get off to a slow start, how much of it was because we did not give them any reps in a brand new offense. Yeah, and man. So you're right to be a little worried there. I'm not worried. I'm wondering. I
saw someone on Twitter, Seahawks Twitter, which is always a good read, everybody, if you want to see just panic, despair, and otherwise nervousness, go to Seahawks Twitter. But I saw someone on Seahawks Twitter say that they were saying basically that they're super excited for the season, but petrified. And I feel the exact same way. Like, I don't know if I should be scared, but for some reason I am scared of this upcoming season. I'm
sure if we went back to last preseason, you had the same reaction. Don't worry. It's going to be just fine.
Whew. All right. Well, let's talk about standouts then from the game. DeeJay Dallas, you brought him up right off the bat, and how can you not? He's doing everything. A great kick return in game 2. He also had a huge hit on kick coverage. I don't think it was making the tackle, but he just like took out his blocker and everybody else, like a wrecking ball down there. And then also blocked a punt. Yeah. This guy, he's the MVP of the preseason, has to be, right? Him
on offense? On offense, absolutely. Defense, yes, it is Bellore. Okay. Or Barton. It's toss up right now. But DeeJay Dallas does everything. It's incredible. So he's adding value, to the team in many ways. Running, catching out of the backfield. Those were the things that we knew, but I didn't know he was going to be a special teams demon, man, like an absolute beast. Yeah. Returning, blocking kicks. There's a lot to be excited about with this kid, and I'm happy for him, man.
Yeah, also,
6 yards a carry in college, so we still haven't really found him get his rhythm and get his feet under him at the running back. But when we do, averaging 6 in college is no joke.
Yeah, I think this season is going to be a breakout year for him, and I'm hoping, obviously. And he's playing great, and I think we can pretty much pencil him in or write him in stone for a kick returner, right? He'll be taking the opening kickoff if the Seahawks win the coin toss or choose to receive, right? Yeah,
I think so. And not sure about punt duties. Maybe I really like Reed back there. He did some exciting things last year. And, nothing flashy, didn't break a ton of big ones, but it was like 8 to 10 yards, which is what you want. You want one first down at least to average.
Well, let's talk about the defense a little bit. Defense gave up 30 after giving up 20 in week 1. That's 50 points in 2 preseason games. Speaking of petrified, these are some of my reasons. What's Ken Norton saying in those meeting rooms?
I mean, I know Kenny's getting after them because – even though he doesn't have his best weapons out there, and that's no knock to the backups, the reserves, who are playing their hearts out, and I'm proud of them. but it's just the facts of the facts. He doesn't have his guys right now. And that's what happened in the middle of the season before the trade deadline. Shaq Griffin was out of the lineup. Jamal Adams was out of the lineup. Who else? There was a couple other guys dealing with injuries. And so it's like, when that happens, these are the guys we're going to count on. Now, I have seen some good things. Rasheem keeps showing up, man. He looks like he's primed for a breakout year. And, I'm excited about what he can do. The linebackers, it hurts to lose BBK because I think he was primed for a pretty big role, maybe in the sub packages. They might have thrown him out there. But Barton has looked spectacular, as I said last year. I mean, it looks like he took the next step again. Brooks has looked solid. And so I'm excited about what they have on defense. And, you get that picture up behind you. They might have another guy coming to town, huh?
Yeah, well, maybe we'll get to him in a little bit. Yeah, for sure. But I'm just, dude, do you worry about the self-esteem of this team with just these games? I mean, they're ugly, man, and ugly, sloppy games. And you were in the locker room with, in these times. Like, I know that's the preseason and you guys know it doesn't count and things like that, but it does count a little bit, right? Like, does the morale wane a little bit? Like,
no, because again,
I don't have to worry about that stuff.
You don't have to worry about it, and I know Bobby and all their leaders are getting after the guys to try to help, get them going a little harder, getting after the football, doing the things that we need to do to win. But again, these are not the guys that are going to be playing. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, let's talk about a guy that is playing. You mentioned him a second ago, Nick Bellore. 5 tackles in game 2. He's a ton of fun to watch out there. He's pretty much one of my main sources of entertainment when I'm watching these preseason games. I saw one of the Seahawks players on Twitter said that Nick is also an elite beer drinker. So I'm falling even more in love with him as the days and minutes go on here. I know you love him. You love watching him play these preseason games, huh? He's killing it out there.
Yeah. Okay. Let me take it back to the story, because I know I've told this before.
I mean, we talked about it last episode. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is a kid 10, 11 years ago that I watched his tape, and he was worthy of a mid to late round pick. And I was even telling the Hawks, I was like, yo, go get this kid. Go get this kid. He's just a baller. You turn on the tape, he was just killing everybody on that field. If you got in his way, you were done.
Yeah.
And so, here we are 11 years later, folks. 11.
Look at him there.
It's a long time to be playing in the league.
Look at those traps. Look at those traps. Go to Brinks.tv, everybody. Watch the show, you guys.
Definitely tricep day for Nick there.
Watch the show. Look at those triceps there. Yeah.
But, yeah, so he gets changed over to fullback midway through his career, right? And he's a selfless player from everybody that I've heard that's played with him. They're like, yo, whatever for the team, right? Comes here, makes a Pro Bowl as a fullback, and BBK goes down. And I was wondering, I was like, yo, what are we going to do? Like, we're not going to put Bobby out there. You can't have Barton playing. He's playing so many snaps. I'm worried about him going into the season for special teams and, backup duties. So what do? They take Nick Bellore from fullback. He goes in the goal line on the play where they gave him a touchdown. He smashed that fullback, clogged the lane, and from then on he had 5, a couple tackles for a loss. And I mean, I don't even know if this guy's got a fucking playbook on defense. But they just like, yo, put him out there.
Hit ball.
This guy gets after it. And so, I mean, huge Nick Bellore fan. Definitely him or Cody, I'm saying MVP of the preseason.
Yeah, man, he's great, and you got to have guys like this on your football team, right? That just hand me my helmet, coach. I'm going in. Whether it's special teams, fullback, linebacker, tight end, whatever you need.
Yeah, I'm going in. That's the perfect way to explain his game. Like, hey, I got this. I'm going in. And he was also voted as the funniest teammate. I don't know if you saw that by a ton of guys. So he brings a lot to the table.
More than just what shows up in the scorecard.
Those are the things you don't see. Yeah, those are don't show up on the stat sheet.
Pete said after the game that week 3 in the preseason, his quote was, will be a big week for us, and a lot of guys who haven't played will play. So assuming that means a lot of starters will play, just makes me nervous, of course.
And now you don't want them to play, huh?
But, dude, they haven't. So now it's like, just there's too much riding on it now. It really doesn't mean anything, So,
yeah, right. Okay. No, you're not swaying me that side, man.
Well, my question for you though is like, should they play a lot? How much should they play? If you were coaching, if you had control over that, is it 1/2 for the starters? Is it a drive? Like, how much do they need, and what's the appropriate amount for them to play in preseason game 3 in your mind?
I mean, I would see, but I think outside the box, Brett Devin.
Okay.
If I was a coach, and this is why they'll probably never give me a team, I'd be like, yo, check this out, fools. Offense, you go down and score on your first drive, you're out. Game over.
Yeah.
Defense, you get a 3 and out, you're out. But if you don't, your ass is staying out there for the first quarter.
Okay. All right. Oh, for the not till you do. It's just the first quarter. Okay.
No, I'm not gonna. Not till you do. Let's not get crazy. We got 17 games that count coming up, man.
Okay, but what if the first play of the game, Russ drops back and just bombs like a 79-yarder to DK? They can just walk off the field?
Did they score?
That's it? All right. Okay.
Did they score?
Yeah.
No, I'm asking you.
Yeah, if they score, yeah.
Then yeah, that's the deal.
One play, that's it?
Give me a score and you're out.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Fair enough. I hear you. They cut the roster down to the 80 that they have to get it down to. And then some of the injuries, unfortunately, helped out with that. You mentioned BBK, my guy from the University of Washington there. I mean, having a great preseason, man. And he goes down on the opening kickoff, one of these non-contact kind of things, like it's ACL, done for the season, so that hurts. There he is. Look at him on the cart. It's just, you don't want to see that. So, especially in the preseason. So BBK out, like you said. And then John Ursua, also receiver, haven't got to see him play much in his career so far. Possession guy, was kind of excited. He was playing great too. They even gave him one on like an end around, right? Like a little pitch play. They were using him a lot. And then he had a knee injury as well. So he's out. Ryan Neal, strained oblique. Is that a big deal or meh from you on a strained oblique? What's that really entail?
I mean, it can depend, but I mean, it's up to, I've played with one. It's definitely not meh. Yeah. But Ryan Neal's a lot tougher than I am, so I think he'll be fine.
They also released quarterback Magoo and Lattimore, which he was having a nice preseason, but maybe they're making room, which we'll get to that.
Yeah.
And then tight end Wood Anderson, who had a couple of penalties, I think.
He had a rough game.
Yeah,
him and Magoo.
Yeah. So they released those guys, and they got down to the 80. So, I guess that means Geno Smith, quarterback-wise, will be back, obviously, for preseason game 3 then, right? Because they let Magoo go, and then they got man if they need him and stuff. So, yeah. All right. Moving on. NFL's top 100 list, guys. We talked about it on the last episode. It is out. It is completed. 4 more Seahawks have been added to the list. Lofa, I don't know if you read the rundown. The names are in here. Or do you want to just guess at who it is and where they came in? You want to play a game, or did you already read it and know?
I think I saw it on the ticker on the NFL Network. So, I mean, I know who made it. Okay. I don't remember. Let's see if I remember the rankings.
I think we nailed all of them.
We did.
Yeah.
I'll play this game.
4 more, like we thought, right? We said there'd be 7, right?
Yeah. I think the next one up was Jamal, correct?
Jamal, yep. Number 30.
Oh, you guys put him off.
I'm
going to close my eyes.
No,
I'm not close my eyes.
In their defense, I only gave him 1 photo. And then I'm
not looking.
I would ruin my own game.
Where'd my microphone go?
All right.
Okay.
You guys know. So Jamal coming in at 31.
Yep.
2 lower than his jersey number. I mean, 2 higher, technically lower. You get it. What do you think about that for Jamal?
Man, I'm going to do this with my eyes closed. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fitting. He missed a couple times.
They took it down. They took it
Okay,
down.
There we go. I'm back. It's fitting for his stat line. He missed a couple games. What did he miss? 4 games. So, and we're going to get to the stats later in the show. But, yeah, and like maybe these guys care to a point, but they don't really they're not watching this stuff. At least I hope they're not. I hope
I would say just making the list. I mean, obviously, if you're in the top half of the list or bottom half of the list, but just being one of the top 100 players.
100, right?
Yeah, because it's not specific. It's just all around players. So, anyway, Bobby Wagner is next up on the list. Where do you think they put him? Close your eyes. They'll put the picture.
Okay. I saw this. So I saw this when it released a couple days ago. He was 25, I think.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
You got it. Nailed it.
Can I
Okay,
open 'em?
take a picture down again. Okay.
I'm back.
What do you think? 25 for Bobby Wagner. How's that sound?
It depends. I didn't see who else. And see, I think it's disrespectful if there's some more middle linebackers in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's no other middle linebackers in front of him, I don't have a problem with it because to me, he's just the one that's been doing it the longest, man. And you have to pay respect to that. The fact that he's been on top and, teams have probably been game planning him like, hey, keep 54 out of the way and we have a chance to run the ball. We have a chance to get this accomplished. So, I don't know if some of these younger linebackers are at that level yet where the offense coordinator is more worried about, the D line or a shutdown corner than Bobby.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 slots higher than him, but lower in numerical order. Shut your eyes again. It's DeKalen Zacharias Metcalf. Oh, buddy. Am I excited for the season this guy's going to have?
Wait a minute. I picture that. I'm going to guess 22nd.
Yeah, 22nd. There's that Wonderlic test showing. I was
like, did you just tell me the answer?
Yeah. What do you think, man? I mean, DK is going to have a big season, right? This is his coming out party season. Not that he hasn't already, but I'm just saying, like, this is the one where he really puts his flag in the ground and cements it. I think so. Or I think this is one where, you know what? They're like, hey, make somebody else. This guy, when he catches the ball, is so dangerous. We're just not going to let him catch the ball. Double coverage over him, a corner in front and a cloud corner, which means he's up on the line pressing, and we got a safety floating over the top. And we'll zone off the rest over here and figure out how to deal with their other weapons. But if not, if they dare go single man on him, I mean, good luck. Well, anytime they think he might be singled up, it's just go route, right? All day long.
Oh, yeah. I would even tell Russ. Like, if I was Russ, I'd be telling DK, yo, if you just go, man.
I'm hoping. I mean, you're totally right. I think it's a huge storyline of the season, like seeing how defenses are going to play DK. And I'm hoping that with this new offense, they give him a lot more, maybe even just like shorter routes and let him do something after the catch, right? Like, it doesn't need to be a go route for DK all the time. He's so big and fast and can move. Like, give him a slant and watch him go. Yeah. And I forget who he had that 10-yard in against, but I think it might have been San Fran. He caught the 10-yard and in, caught the ball. And when you go backwards, I talked about this, 2 or 3 yards, you just created the angle for the defender to get over the top and just make the tackle. He went to the sideline and then cut it up like Forrest Gump, just straight and then straight up, like a 90-degree angle. Yeah. And he was not to be touched. I couldn't believe it. That was one of the most incredible plays I've ever seen. So I'm all about just giving him a slant. Or we used to throw these now routes to my man Mike Williams back in the day, and it was like, so all he does, he turns. If the corner's playing off, the quarterback just looks up and sees it. He's like, all right, yeah, we had a run design right now, but I'm just going to stand up and throw it to that guy, and then good luck tackling that. Good luck, because Miami, I think he broke a 60-yarder, and then there was another one where he caught a short 3 or 4 yard route and then took it 40, 50 yards. So yeah, I'm in favor of that. I love that. Throw him a now route. That's amazing. Okay, last up on the list for the Seahawks, but highest on the list for the Seahawks, meaning lowest number, is Russell Wilson, QB1. He was number 2 on the NFL's top 100 list last season. We can put the picture back up. He's got his eyes closed. Where do you think Russ Wilson came in on the list going into this season? I think I still remember this one, and I think it's very, it's just very meaningful because he came in at 12. Yeah, you got it. Usually you don't read the rundown. Maybe Yeah. You got it off the ticker. That's right. That's what you said.
Yeah, I didn't read your rundown. Come on, man. Stop being so full of yourself.
Is this placement by the NFL Network? Is this cheeky by making him number 12, or is it total BS?
I mean, I think I don't know 11 players better than him that I would rather have than him. Do you?
Nah, it'd be hard to name 11. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, there's a guy, I think, at least in the top 10. But I did see just, after him was Stephon Diggs, who led the entire league in receiving. So how much weight do we put into these? Who knows? Who's even voting on this shit? Because, I mean, we should have had more guys in there. We should have had KJ up, should have been higher. Unbelievable.
Yeah. He definitely should have been higher on the list. Maybe they're just being cheeky with the number 12 there. But either way, yeah, Russell Wilson's the best. And I mean, honestly, man, I don't know. I'd have to really think long and hard even about any players that I'd want really over Russ, especially at quarterback. Like when you just take into account like age, athletic ability, leadership qualities, all of the above, like just
Pat Mahomes might be the only one that you would consider, but even because he's younger, but he's only because he's younger, not because he's better.
Well, that's the thing. It's not by much, though. It's not by enough yet, really, even. I don't know. That would be a sleepless night. That's all I'm saying, if I had to make that.
I hear you. But, I mean, okay.
Anyway. So Russ comes in at number 12. What did you guys think about the NFL Top 100? Email us, seahawkspod@gmail.com. But now, a word from our second sponsor, Balance 7. I don't know if you heard, but apparently former NBA player Lamar Odom might be returning to professional basketball in Spain soon, Lofa. Did you hear that?
I did, and that's awesome.
You probably heard it because I talked about it on the last episode.
That's exactly where I heard it from.
Lamar has been using Balance 7, man. It balances out your alkaline and your pH levels and all that kind of stuff, and it's given him a ton of energy for him to level up. And it can do that for you too. Head on over to balance7.com. Use promo code Bleav, BLEAV, at checkout, and you receive a free 4-ounce bottle of My Smooth Skin with any purchase of Balance 7 products. That product retails for $13.99, so I'd say it's worth it. Again, head to balance7.com. Use promo code
Bleav, BLEAV.
Yeah. And check them out, balance7.com, everybody. Let's talk about some contracts and some player moves and things possibly coming up for the Seahawks here. First off the bat, Jamal Adams signed his contract with the team like minutes after we finished the last podcast, when we were hoping that he would sign and we were all worried about him signing and everything. We like stopped recording and then the news came across the wire. There's Jamal signing his contract.
Sure.
Look at that shirt, man. Makes him the highest paid safety in the league. And I took a deep sigh of relief and took a deep breath after that. How are you feeling, Lofa?
Yeah, it was needed to get done, and I'm glad it got done because we need him out there, man. So, yeah.
What are your thoughts on the contract in general? Like, did they pay him as a safety? Did they pay him as a linebacker? Are you good with the years and the dollars and all of that kind of stuff from a team standpoint?
I didn't see all the details, but highest paid safety sounds pretty cool to me. If I was a safety, he's happy, right? I don't know. Maybe what they were kind of at a stalemate at was, maybe the guarantee or something. But I'm just glad both sides are glad we can move on to bigger things.
Well,
literally Dwayne Brown.
Yeah, we'll get there. And for Jamal, 4 years, like when this contract's up, he'll be due for another big one. It'll just be in his early 30s, I think, or not.
I think he'll be. Yeah, I don't think he'll even be 30, will he?
Yeah. So, this is a great deal for him. And, now he can just kind of go out and play football and we can all relax about it for a little while. And I'm excited about it, man. It's cool.
Congrats.
His mom, he said that his mom called him and used all 3 names and told him to knock it off and go sign the contract. Mama Tatupu ever get involved with stuff like this or call you up?
No, she's left it to myself. That's what, I remember when I was leaving college, everybody's like, don't do it. You're not going to get drafted. Your shit's weak. And I was like, you know what? I don't think it's that bad. I think I can play at that level. And my mom was like, you know what? Follow your heart. And so that was the advice Mama T gave me.
There you go.
When it came down to it.
Nice. Geno Atkins, man. That's my next topic. And all I wrote down was Geno Atkins, question mark. And then I put him here in my background.
What a savage.
Dude. We doing this thing? What's going on? Like,
I hope so.
He came and worked out. All indications are that it went really well. And I think I read on Twitter this morning that it's just up to him and the years and the number, basically, like whatever they want to arrive at. So you're a fan of it. I knew you would be. Like,
Huge
what
fan.
would he bring to the table? And then also reuniting with Carlos Dunlap.
Oh my God. I mean, just like eerily similar to Dunlap in terms of just like the amount of production. So Geno is a 3 technique, maybe a little bit of nose, but over here he'll be a 3 technique, and he wreaked havoc over there. I don't know many D tackles that have 70 sacks, but I think he's either at or just past there. Those are insane numbers. I think he's a five-time either first team All-Pro or whatever.
I got it right here.
You have it?
Two-time first team All-Pro, 1-time second team All-Pro, 8 Pro Bowlers, part of the 2010 NFL All-Decade team, 384 total tackles, 75 sacks. 75 sacks, and 8 forced fumbles career. 4th round draft pick back in the day. Yeah, I mean, sign him up. Let's do this thing. He had a rotator cuff surgery, but he cleared for that for a while. And he's just been kind of biding his time and trying to decide who to go to. And I say, come on board, buddy.
Yeah, I'm sure Dunlap's helped recruiting him, and how much, because look, they did their fair bit of losing over there. They had a couple good years in terms of as a team, but this is a real chance to win a championship. And there's nothing like an older guy wants more than like, I want that ring. And so bringing him here, I think that would be incredible for our front. Even if he's even 70% of what Geno Atkins can do, he is still one of the best in the league at what he does. So, and all I can think about, it's a little selfish, but all I can think about is Bobby and Brooks just running free all day long, making tackles, because that's what's going to happen. And so I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, dude, me too, man. I mean, it worked with Jamal last time. We were all nervous. We were worried he wouldn't sign. And then he signs minutes after the podcast. Like maybe this will happen
could be
again.
The good luck charm.
Maybe lightning strikes twice. Come on, Geno. Moving on here. Let's move on to our Zone In segment. We do this because Lofa's company is Zone In CBD. Go to zoneincbd.com for all your CBD needs. It's the best, everybody. You can subscribe also. So the packages just show up at your front doorstep on a timely basis. Just as you're running out of your last bottle of CBD, boom, the next one shows up on the doorstep. Go to cbd.com. zoneincbd.com and do that. Also, promo code Lofa, Bleav, right?
No, we changed it.
Oh.
Just kidding. Still Bleav.
It gets you 20% off of your purchase. You can also pick it up in person if you're like, promo code. I don't need no stinking promo code. You can go to Bartell drugstores and pick it up in person. You could try asking the cashier or whatever. I don't know if they'll give it to you. You could try. Why not? Yeah, give it a shot. I don't know. Has anyone ever tried to use a live promo code? You could be the first one.
I'm gonna make coupons.
Let's zone in on Jamal Adams for a second. Let's go back to Jamal because during game 2 of the preseason, as I was watching the coverage, he put on the headset and he was talking to the guys up in the booth and everything. And they asked him about his goals for this upcoming season. And so Jamal himself said that his personal goals are 12.5 sacks and 5 interceptions. So let's zone in on that, Lofa. What do you think? Last year, he had 9 sacks and 0 interceptions. This year, he wants 12.5 and 5.
I think the sacks are possible, especially with how much. Yeah, I mean, he had 9.5, and he missed 4 games. Man, he missed a whole quarter of the season.
Very true.
So 12.5 is very possible. Do I think he makes it? I'm going to say he ends up with 10.
Okay, so you're taking the under on the sacks.
Oh, are we betonline.ag in this?
No, I'm just going to keep track.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm going to go 10.
Okay.
I mean, teams have to, when he gets down to the box, they have to just go, yo, we're going to that guy. Like, dude, him or 54.
Last year, he got those 9 sacks in front of nobody. Can you imagine when
there's crowd noise and he can time? Oh, my God.
Oh,
dude, him, Dunlap, Bobby. If we get Gino, good luck, everybody. Just
maybe the offense won't even have to score.
I can play corner. I'm going to tell Pete, sign me up as that second corner. I got you, bro.
All right. Now, what about the 5 picks, though? Because, look, we love Jamal, but if there is any knock on Jamal, it's coverage, and he hears that. They brought it up on the broadcast. He said point blank, he said, I hear that noise, and I'm going to be better this year, and my goal is 5 interceptions. That's the goal I set for myself. He talked about how he sets high goals for himself, and he wants to. So, he's motivated, man. 5 picks for Jamal Adams this season. What do you think?
No chance. He's just not going to be in coverage enough, That's why, I give him 1 or 2, a deflection or, zone drop. But
yeah, hard to pick it off when you're right in front of the quarterback every time.
Yeah.
Right in his grill.
Yeah, no, I don't see that number happen. 5 is a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if Cam ever had 5 in a season. I think Earl might have had 5 once or twice. And
Jamal had 2. I remember 2 off the top of my head last year that hit him right in the chest.
I didn't want to go there.
No, but I'm not throwing shade. What I'm saying is he had a chance for at least 2 last year.
He did.
So I'm going to give him at least, I would set the over under for him this coming season at 2.5.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm still taking the under. Give me 2.
Okay. All right. I'll write you down for 2.
If you're blitzing and you expect over 12.5 sacks, when are you going to have time to get?
Sign me up for 10 sacks and 2 picks right now, though. It doesn't need to be 5.
One of the greatest seasons of all time.
Absolutely.
But, and I'm telling you, if you get Gino and that pass rush, when that ball comes out fast, it's like you just jump routes, man. It is fun. All you do is just, he doesn't have time. He's about to get hit. He's going to jump in front of the receiver. Oh, I got the ball. That's how it happens.
I'm really excited for this defense, man. I really think this defense can be one of those Seahawk defenses that we remember. They're young, I know, but so was the Legion of Boom at some point. And I just think this it could be. I know they've given up 50 points in the first 2 preseason games, and I was kind of, smarting at it a little bit earlier, but I don't know, man. I'm excited for this defense, especially if they sign Gino.
Yeah, man.
Sign Gino.
Him.
Gino. Sign him up.
Him, Puna, Dunlap, Sheem. Man, that is scary.
Yeah. Well, do you got anything else for this episode before we wrap it up?
I do not.
All right, then let's wrap it up, everybody. The next Seahawks preseason game is coming up this weekend against the
Chargers.
Hated San Diego. Don't call them San Diego. They're Los Angeles Chargers. The game is up there in Seattle. Enjoy it, everyone. And then we move on to real football right after that. College football starts in 11 days, everybody. Football season is upon us. So it's going to be good times out there. If you got emails to send to the show, you can do that at any time. SeahawksPod, SeahawksPod @gmail.com. Send them in. Also, social media, Bleav In Seahawks, BLEAV in Seahawks. We're out of time, though. Lofa, let's break it down. Hands in the middle. What do you want to break it down to?
I don't know. What do you got?
Now route?
More nows?
Now route! Now route! Throw a damn now route! Now route.
They're cutting us off.
Now route on 3. Now route on me. Now route on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Now route.
Now route.
It almost sounds like now we're out. Boom.